Hey everybody, and welcome to an episode of Chris, Why Would You Eat That? Today, I'm eating something called oil cake. Now, I've actually done a little bit of research on this, and it may not be as frightening as I thought it was originally, but I'm kind of curious about it anyway. So, it is kind of oily looking, so that's a little frightening about it. I picked it by the Gusto Bakery, and they have a great slogan, which is "Taste our art of baking science." Now, I bought this in Asia, so we'll give a language pass on that one. But let's see. I mean, it's a block of cake in a bag. It feels kind of soft. I mean, you can't really fault them for being a cake in a bag. I mean, a Twinkie is just basically a cake in a bag, and we'll eat that. So, but I'm curious. Oil cake. What kind of oil is this? Like, what does it do to a cake? So I've got a pair of scissors here. There is a rippy thing, but I just want to open up the top, and it smells just like a cake. Is it oily? Maybe. Oh, here's something kind of terrifying. Okay, I wasn't going to pull the whole cake out of the bag, but this is a Southeast Asia thing, so don't blame this on oil cakes in general. But in Southeast Asia, they often you have to worry about humidity. So a lot of snacks have the little gel packs to take the humidity out of packaging. So like a bag of chips will often have like a little gel pack to keep the humidity from going, so the chips don't go soft. So this cake has one that seems to be totally embedded in the bottom of the cake. So that's a little sketchy, if you ask me. I understand them needing it, I guess. I mean, you want your cake to be moist, but I guess it would mold. It's not common. Like, you're not supposed to eat these things. I don't think they're poisonous. But to have it embedded in the bottom of the cake is a little bit terrifying. But that has nothing to do, and I don't know, I'm confused about this oil cake. Now, I was gonna just bust off a piece, but since I have the whole cake out, why not just, I don't think I've ever actually taken a bite of just a big piece of cake like this. So let's give this a try. This is oil cake that had a little gel pack embedded in it. It's very greasy. My fingers are kind of greasy, but maybe not much more than a regular cake. It's a very dry cake. Maybe this thing was doing too good a job. Is oil cake supposed to be dry? I mean, there's nothing unusual about it, the way it looks, but it is. It's a fairly dry cake. It doesn't taste much differently. So here's what I figure/learned. I think oil cake is a cake that uses like a vegetable oil instead of butter. I don't really know why one would choose to do that unless you're vegan, but in which case, don't most cakes have eggs? So then it doesn't matter. So again, I could see an oil, like, is there a thing that makes oil better than butter in cakes? Is there a reason one would do it? Is there a flavor thing? I mean, maybe it doesn't taste as buttery, but that's kind of a nice thing about cakes. It is very dry, but I don't know if that's the cake company and the fact that it's in a package and the fact that it has one of these things in it that made it really dry. It's greasy on the outside, but dry on the inside. That sounds like a very unappealing cake. It's not unappealing. It actually has like a nice vanilla flavor, so it's okay, but it's kind of weird and I don't understand it. And so I guess, Chris could eat that. Maybe a bit of icing would make it better, something like that. Or, maybe I could cut it in half and get some strawberries or some fruit and then some whipped cream. That would be good. But as just a block of cake, it's kind of not good. So, well, thanks for watching this episode of Chris, Why Would You Eat That? Where I took a bite out of a giant piece of dry cake that had a weird thing inside it, and the inside of the cake was dry, maybe because of this, or maybe just because it's cooked with oil, or maybe just because it's a packaged cake. This is an episode of Chris, Why Would You Eat That? Where I'm very confused. I don't understand what's going on. So thanks for watching. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at CandyCritic, or go to candycritic.org and find links to all of my other social media, including Facebook, Patreon, all those other social medias that people are on nowadays. You can also pick up my 2 books, Snack Facts and Treats and Beasts, at candycritic.org. One is a book about an alphabet book featuring beasts and the treats they love. The other is a comic book series that talks about the history and some information about various candies and sweets, a whole bunch of them, gummy bears and ice cream and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So make sure to check them out. Again, candycritic.org. But thanks for watching me eat this dry piece of cake. I'm going to figure out what to do with the rest of it because I don't think it's worth throwing out. It's good enough to continue eating, but maybe I got to add something to it. So thanks for watching. Bye.